Well, hello, Florida Softball Network fans, and welcome to the matchup between the Gators and the Central Florida Pride. Gators going to be the home team, working in the circle. Kerr Sherman behind the plate. Haley Hirsch. First pitch inside for ball one. This is the first of two games for the Gators in seeding play. They went 2-0 yesterday. And the next delivery is in there for strike one. He's kind of even out at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, top of the first inning, the very first batter at the plate. And the next pitch in there for strike two. And that pitch is hit over to the second baseman, who throws it over to first base, and the Gators record their first out.
I'm Mr. Body Catcher, Slaughter Gang Soul Snatcher. Ain't no regular F1.
Brings up to bat now Knox for the Pride. First pitch misses for ball one. Next one lower him inside for ball two. 2-0 the count. Defensively on the infield for the Gators. At first base, Peyton Williamson. Second base, Kinsley Roman. At short, Addison Held. And at third, Kennedy Copeland. And next pitch in there, right down the river for strike one. Brings the count out to 2-1.
Now about number 7, Alina Price.
2 balls, 1 strike. And that one is going to get fouled towards the first base side. And the count goes to 2-2. The 2-2 is hit into center field, where the center fielder grabs it to record the second out.
Yeah, drinking dope turned me to a superhero. Yeah, hit that pill, turned me to a superhero. Yeah, roll my 90, turned me to a superhero. Yeah.
All right, up to bat now, number 22, Kerr, the batter. Takes ball one. And that one's going to get hit over the first baseman, where Peyton Williamson grabs that ball and records the third out. So the Gators able to retire the Central Florida Pride 1-2-3 here at the top of the first, and about to take their first at bats. You're watching FSN, your Florida Softball Network. All right, the first pitch delivered there was ball one. Next one misses for the count to go 2-0. Next delivery from Poole is inside And the count goes 3-0. And here comes the 3-0 pitch. And that one's in there. Record strike one. The 3-1 is going to get hit over to the second baseman, who's under it and records the first out.
Now batting number 6, Cameron.
Brings up to bat now the left fielder, Cameron Solano. And Solano watches the first pitch miss outside for ball one. And the next pitch grabs the inside part of the plate. Brings count even at 1-1. The 1-1 is hit over just over the shortstop's head and makes it to center field. And Solano is on with a single.
Now batting number 3, Fati.
And now up to bat number 3, Fatima Masri. Fati watches the first pitch go outside. And on the steal, Solano thrown out by the catcher for the Pride on a perfect throw. And now between the pop out and the throw out, the first two batters for the Gators have gone down. And now Fati steps back in on a 1-0 count with 2 outs and rips one towards the right side, but that's going to land foul. All right, the count now 1-1. And the 1-1 is hit over to the second baseman, picks it up off the ground, and throws Fati out. So despite the Gators able to get one runner on, thrown out over at second base, the Gators go down similarly 1-2-3 as we begin the second of the inning. The score is 0-0 on the Florida Softball Network. All right, to the top of the second inning we go. First batter, Schofield, comes to the plate. And she swings and fouls that to the backstop for strike one. And the second pitch delivered brings the count now to 1-1. And the 1-1 is going to get hit over to the center field, over the center field's head. Center fielder there to catch it down. And the Pride have a leadoff double to start the second inning. Next pitch gets hit over towards third base. Gators able to record the out, but Schofield able to advance over to third base. And now the Pride have their first run 60 feet away.
Can't stop, won't stop. Where the bricks at? I give him that D bop. Take that, take that, take that, take that. I'ma put in work.
All right, Gators able to record the second out there is the right fielder, Luca Hansberger, able to back up the second baseman for the out at first. But with that hit, Schofield able to cross home plate, and the Pride get on the board first with one run.
Let's go, ATM cash money.
Next pitch misses high, and the count goes to 1-1. And there's a swinging strike two. Batter McAfee here at the plate now on a 1-2 count. The delivery from Sherman gets knocked, but it's going to be foul on the third base side. And we'll reset to 1-2. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And there's a swinging strike three that gets past the catcher, but able to pick that one up and record the out at first base. Gators down by a score of 1-0 here. And the first pitch hits her, and Kinsley's going to head on down to first base. Brings up to bat now the pitcher for this game, number 1, Kira Sherman. First pitch is hit over to third base. Third baseman tried to scoop it up, couldn't quite get a handle on it, and Sherman is now on. So first 2 batters on the first pitch delivered have now reached base. Now coming up to bat, Haley Hirsch, the catcher for this game. And the first pitch goes high. And another runner thrown out. Gators trying to steal bases, but getting caught every time with no outs. Now the Pride are able to record their first out. And Haley's going to step back in on a 1-0 count. Haley here on the count. 2 balls. Watches another one miss. And now the count 3-0. Batters count here for Hirsch. And there's ball 4. All right, Gators once again now have runners at first and second. 1 out. And now coming into bat, number 12, Addison Held, shortstop. Meeting in the circle with the team. Pride, talking defense, resetting, supporting their pitcher.
Go Addison.
And now into the batter's box steps Held. And steps out again. And back in. And we do the hokey pokey. And there's the first pitch hit. Goes to foul territory for strike 1. All right, the next pitch delivered, the 1-0. Misses for ball 2. Oh!
Interference. She's in the box, I know. In the box.
All right, so the batter actually hit by the throw from the catcher, but because she was in the batter's box, she's fine, and a stolen base there recorded. So now the Gators with the tying run standing at third base. And bunt, but comes off of Addy while still in the box. And the count now goes 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes the count here on the batter, Addison. Standing at third base, Kerr Sherman. And there's a hit over the shortstop who grabs the runner and is going to almost gets the runner at third. So all sorts of base running errors being made by the Gators. A pickup of last weekend where a lot of the similar happened. And a double play there recorded. And so the Pride are able to get out of the inning despite getting several base runners for the Gators. They're able to record all the outs by running errors on the base paths, and we move into the top of the third inning with the Pride up on the Gators by a score of 1-0. And now leading off for the Pride is going to be Downball. So Downball, the batter here, number 77. And watches the first pitch for ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch misses high for ball 2. And the 2-0 swing and a miss. Bring the count to 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike to count in the circle. Sherman on 26 pitches. Here comes pitch 27. And it's going to get popped up and over the backstop. And the count comes even to 2-2.
Now batting, number 31, Kevin Kuzma.
2-2 delivery from Sherman. And hit over to the third baseman, who throws across the diamond. A nice pick there by Peyton Williamson at first to record the first out here of the top of the third inning. Brings up to bat now Veers, who watches ball one. The 1-0 pitch is hit over towards the right side, but foul.
Good hustle, Reese.
And the count goes to 1-1. One ball, one strike, one out. Here in the top of the third inning with the Pride up by 1 run here, scored 1-0. And the next delivery from Sherman is hit over on the right side to the outfielder. It lands just foul. Just foul. So nice contact. The ball goes deep and lands in foul territory. And we reset to 1-2. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there's a swinging strike 3. And the Gators able to record the second out here of the third inning. Brings up to bat now, number 10, Black. And the first pitch just misses outside for ball 1. Next pitch in there for strike 1. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Black. And that's way outside for 2-1.
Now batting number 20, Adrena.
And the 2-1 misses to bring the count to 3-1. So batter's count here, 3 balls, 1 strike. Kerr going to need to dial up a great pitch here, bring the count full. And here we go. And that one is going to get golfed over to the second baseman. Kinsley gets under it, and the Gators record the third out. It's the bottom of the third inning, and leading off for the Gators is going to be number 99, Kennedy Copeland. The first pitch to Copeland is tapped. Third baseman scoops it up, fires across to first, and a nice stretch by the first baseman. And the Pride able to record the first out on just 1 pitch. Brings up to bat now Luca Hansberger, the right fielder. With 1 out. He watches the first pitch miss outside for ball 1. The 1-0 is hit over to the shortstop, who fields it, throws over to first base. And another infield hit and another out recorded. And now to bat is going to be number 11, Reese Kennerson. First pitch misses for ball 1. Next one, this is inside for ball 2. And the 2-0 pitch is right in there for strike 1. All right. Kennerson steps back in. 2-ball, 1-strike count with 2 outs. And that one misses. Bringing the count now to 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike the count. Kennerson going to be looking for something perfect, otherwise going to potentially take the base on the walk. And the delivery from Poole misses for ball 4. And with 2 outs, the Gators have a runner at first base. He's up to bat now, number 22, Peyton Williamson. A little pause here in the action. It's the Pride meet in the circle after that walk. And Williamson steps in and looks for her first pitch, which misses low for ball 1. Expect the Gators to be a little more conservative with the stealing after having 2 runners thrown out on attempted steals. And the next one misses for ball 2. And Reese able to advance to second as the ball hit the turf. So now Gators with the tying run in scoring position at second base. Looking for a hit in the gap here by Williamson. Gators desperately needing to get a ball out of the infield or find the gap. And that one is not going to do it. Third baseman picks it up, throws over to first, but first baseman jumps up, leaps, grabs it, and is able to get down to beat the runner, Williamson, to record the 3rd out. So Gators, it's the top of the 4th inning with the Pride up on the Gators by a score of 1-0. Continuing to work in the circle for the Gators is Kerr Sherman on 36 pitches. And the first batter for the Pride is Long. And she gets hit by that first pitch. And they've got their leadoff batter on the base paths. So each team has hit 1 batter. And now coming up to bat is Curlin. And recording the out at second base, Haley guns it down there, and the Gators able to record an out on a steal. So returning some of the favor that they've faced in this game. And then it empties the bases. All right, Curlin comes back in on a 1-0 count, swings, hits that one over towards third base. It drops in as third base was playing way in and couldn't get back in time. So now with 1 out, the Pride once again have a runner at first base.
I'm Mr. Body Catcher, Slaughter Gang Soul Snatcher, ain't no regular ever.
First pitch misses low for ball 1.
Go Gators!
At bat right now is number 10, Knox. And that pitch in there for a strike, an attempted back pick by the catcher, but the runner able to get back in time. And the count now 1-1.
Now batting, number 55.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch, an attempted bunt and a steal, the throw off that time, and a successful stolen base, but the Gators able to record the second strike there for the batter.
Now batting, number 22, Ashley Noble.
And there's a successful hit into right field. And on the throw from the right fielder all the way to home plate, rather than hitting the cutoff, the runner is able to get over to second base. Likely going to happen anyway with the fielder's hit difference on the next pitch anyway, so just kind of cutting to the chase. But now runners at second and third with just 1 out. So 2 runners in scoring position. And standing up to bat now, the coach's daughter, Kerr. Kerr now up to bat. First pitch misses high for ball 1.
Now batting, number 2.
The 1-0 pitch. Hits the batter in the helmet, and so Kerr will take her base. So the second batter here hit by the Gators pitcher makes it bases loaded with just 1 out. Well, forced play now at home. Anything in the infield likely going to get fired home. And up to bat, Schofield. And Schofield hits one high into right field. The right fielder can't get a bearing on it. And that hits, that's going to score 1, 2. And with the throw to third, Schofield able to get the second. So a 2 RBI double hit by Schofield there. And the Pride jumped to a lead of 3-0 against the Gators. So where the Gators have struggled to get the ball out of the infield, the Pride not having any issues at all as they now jump to a 3-0 lead. So the count now on the batter as she steps in is 0-1 with just 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position. And that one misses outside. And we go 1-1. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. This is high and outside for ball 2. Next pitch gets ripped into left field. That's going to score another run. And the runner able to advance over to third base and second base. And runners exchanging places for the Pride as they add another score, another run to the scoreboard.
Can't stop, won't stop. With a big give him that bebop. Like take that, take that, take that, take that. I'ma put in work.
And we're going to have a change in the circle as Sherman comes out. And coming in now, Avalo Fitzgerald in relief. So the Pride having their way here in this game, up 4-0 on the Gators. With just one out, Avalo going to look to record the next two, and then the Gators bats are going to need to come alive to get back into this contest. 90-minute game this afternoon, and I'll tell you, it is blazing hot out there on the turf, so the Gators will definitely want to try to get out of the field, get out of that sun, and back in the shade of their dugout as quickly as possible and see what they can do offensively. So Sherman exits the game on 50 pitches, giving up 4 runs and 5 hits. The Gators so far with 2 hits in this game. And here we go with the first pitch from Fitzgerald. And a swinging strike one. The second pitch from Fitzgerald is going to get tapped foul, and the count's going to go to 0-2. And that one misses outside for ball 1. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes. With 1 out, runners at 2 and 3. And the next pitch is again tapped foul to the backstop. And we'll reset once again to 1-2. And here comes the 1-2 delivery. And that's going to get tapped over to the first baseman, who comes home with the ball, but with not a good throw, allows the run to score, and the runner goes from first to second base. So on a little tapper, Gators unsuccessful to record the out, and another run comes across, and the tapper becomes a double. So runners continuing to trade places for the Pride as they go up now on the Gators by a score of 5-0.
All right, Tippy, your turn.
And the first pitch to McAfee is ball 1. The next one's swing and a miss there to bring the count even at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Runners at second and third base with the Pride now up by a score of 5-0, having scored 4 runs so far. Top of this inning. And there's a swinging strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch is a swinging strike 3. All right. Fitzgerald able to record the second out for the Gators with that strikeout. And Doenbaugh steps up to bat and watches the first pitch grab the outside part of the zone for strike one. And another great pitch there by Avalo. Record strike two. All right, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here for Fitzgerald working in the circle. Doenbaugh looks for the pitch. And there's a swinging strike 3. It's the bottom of the 4th inning here as the Gators are down by a score of 5-0 to the Pride. At bat for the Gators is Avalo Fitzgerald. You watch the first pitch there for ball 1. Next delivery is in there for strike 1. So it brings the count to 1-1. Next pitch there misses, and the count goes to 2-1. Working in the circle for the Pride is Poole. And so far has thrown 36 pitches in this outing. And the 37th misses there. And the count goes to a batter's count of 3-1. And the 3-1 misses, and Avalo heads on over to first base there on the walk. So the Gators able to get their leadoff batter on the base paths. Bringing up to bat now Cameron Solano. Solano 1 for 1 today. And the first pitch misses high
Now batting number 7.
for 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch misses once again for ball 2. All right, 2 balls, no strikes, the count on the batter Solano. The next delivery is in there for strike 1. And the 2-1 misses. And the count goes to 3-1. And a stolen base there by Fitzgerald. And the Gators have the runner over at second base. So runner now in scoring position. And a 3-1 count here.
Number 31, Kerr.
And that pitch is going to get fouled over the left side. And it's going to bring it full. Now, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. And the 3-2 is going to get high into the air over the left fielder who's under it, calls it, and records the out.
Now batting number 3, Foxy.
Number 8, Abu.
All right, now to bat Foxy, number 3. And she watches the first pitch miss high outside for ball 1. And the 1-0 misses low, hits the turf, and indecision there on the stolen base. And Avalo retreats. And the next pitch misses there now for 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes, the count now on Fotzi with a runner at second base and 1 out. And she watches that one miss outside and takes first base on the walk. So 2 runners reaching the base paths on walks here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And it looks like we're going to have a meeting here in the circle, the 3rd meeting in the circle of the game for the Pride.
Now batting, number 20, Audrina Hall.
With runners now at first and second with 1 out. Playing 90-minute games, still plenty of game left to play. But a big upward climb for the Gators if they're going to get back into this game.
There's something to hit, right middle. Right middle, don't get cheated.
Now to bat number 31, Kinsley.
So looking to do some damage here is Kinsley as the Gators want to get at least a run across to avoid a shutout.
Get out there.
And Roman steps in. The pitch misses well outside. And it's ball 1. And there's ball 2. So 2 walks so far in the inning. And now Roman steps in on a 2-ball, no strike count. And that's going to hit the turf and bounce. Nope.
It's 3-0, we're taking it. Here we go.
It's not like crazy.
All right, 3 balls, no strike. The successful double steal now has the Gators with 2 runners in scoring position. And there's the strike delivered.
Hey, everything's out there. Go get it.
All right, still batter's count here for Kinsley, 3-1. Poole on 52 pitches. And the 53rd misses high. And she'll trot on down to first base. So with 1 out, bases loaded, another timeout, the 4th timeout now. And it looks like we're gonna have a change in the circle. And we do. So Poole exits the game on 53 pitches, giving up no runs, just 2 hits, and now entering the game is number 24, Long. And stepping up to bat is the Gators starting pitcher, Kerr Sherman. With bases loaded, 1 out. An opportunity here for the Gators to start to work their way back into this game. And the first pitch delivered misses high and inside for ball 1. And the 1-0 is hit, comes off the third baseman's glove. That's going to score 1. That's going to score 2. And a runner gets to third. All right, so the Gators managed to get 2 across now. as they try to work their way back into this game, but still down by a score of 5-2. And coming up to bat now, number 7, Haley Hirsch. And Haley watches the first pitch miss for ball 1. And the 1-0 misses low for ball 2. All right, 2 balls, no strikes. The count now for Hirsch. And she'll take the first strike there of her at bat on the inside part of the plate. And the count now 2-1. And the 2-1 is going to go out into center field. That's going to score 1. That's going to score another. And a 2 RBI single hit by Haley. And the Gators have cut the deficit down by just now 1 run. So the tying run now at first base with just 1 out. And catcher calling for a timeout to get some water. It is scorching hot out there. And so as hot as it is for all the players, you can imagine wearing a jacket basically and a helmet to catch all that heat. And it's just like working in an oven behind home plate. And here we go, and we're ready for action. 1 out, runner at first base. Addison held the batter. Gators down by 1 run. And the first pitch misses outside for ball 1. Haley lucky there was no throw from the catcher. I think her lead was a little aggressive, but fortunately safely back. And the next pitch is swung on and fouled. And the count now goes to 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch swung and fouled. And the count goes to 1-2. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes the count here. And the pitch misses. Nope. And it was a swinging strike 3. But she's called out. I guess it did not bounce. Not sure what exactly happened, but the out is recorded. The base was occupied, so that's why she was out. The steal happened just a little before. A little bit different story, but Haley able to get over to second base, and the Pride able to record the second out. And that one gets hit over to third base. Third baseman unable to field it, but fires to second. But Haley able to slide back into the base.
Now the back, number 16, Luca.
Okay. Oh, the first pitch is hit high into the air. The center fielder retreats. It goes over her head. It goes to the fence. The tying run crosses. the go-ahead run, and a triple for Luca Hansberger puts the Gators ahead. An unlikely comeback and a stellar comeback for the Gators, but still plenty of game left to play. But now the Gators able to bring six runs across here in the bottom of the fourth inning to take the lead 6-5. Nice hit there by Luca Hansberger as she caught all of that ball. So another meeting in the circle, chewing up time. I understand when you're ahead, but when you're behind and you're the visiting team with 2 outs, you want to get off the field as quickly as you can. Try to get yourself back in this game and not let time expire. You got to play the clock too. And that pitch misses high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The count on Kennerson, now the batter for the Gators, as they try to work a 2-out rally here. The next pitch is tapped foul towards third base. And the count goes even 1-1. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And Kennerson rips that one, but foul. Nice contact, lands foul though, so just a long strike, and the count goes to 1-2. The Gators bat struggling for the first 3 innings at bat have now come alive in the bottom of the 4th, and that pitch misses low, and the count goes to 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Kennerson hits that one into the gap. The center fielder goes ahead and grabs it, but not before Luca is able to cross, and now the Gators take a 2-run lead. A nice hit there by Kennerson. And now brings to bat Peyton Williamson. And now another timeout on the field. Now another timeout on the field as time just keeps ticking and ticking and ticking away. I don't understand the clock management on part of the Pride here. With 2 outs, you just want to get out of the inning. You want to get your team off the hot, hot turf. And now perhaps it makes sense. It looks like we have a pitching change. So another change in the circle as Long comes out of the game on 17 pitches, having given up 5 hits. All right, so here we go. Kerr now back into the game to pitch. Coach's daughter now working the circle. And her first delivery is ball 1 to the batter, Williamson. And that one's going to get hit over to the third baseman, who fields it in foul territory for 1-1.
Now batter, number 55, Baylor Randy.
1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first base is Kennerson. At bat, Williamson. And that one gets tapped over to the third baseman, who can't handle the shot. And Peyton reaches base. So the 2-out rally continues here for the Gators as they flip the lineup and go to the top of their lineup, with Avalo Fitzgerald now going to come up to bat. So the bottom of the Gators lineup doing their job, scoring runs and runs, and the Gators looking to hopefully extend their lead with Fitzgerald coming up to bat with 2 outs, and Kerr now working in the circle on behalf of the Pride. And that pitch is going to get past the catcher. She tries to make a play. Nice effort there, but unable to pick up the ball in time. And now the Gators have 2 runners once again in scoring position with 2 outs. All right, Fitzgerald steps back in on a 1-0 count. And the pitch misses well outside for 2-0. All right, 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners at 2 and 3. And that one is going to get hit over to the right fielder, and the Pride finally able to get out of the inning. But not before the Gators are able to bring 7 runs across to come down from a 5-0 deficit to now take a 2-run lead here on Florida Softball Network. If you're enjoying the game, we invite you to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, we would love it if you would do so now. Always looking to grow our FSN community and want you to be a part of it. So, an exciting game here as the Gators have struggled and clawed their way back now to take the lead 7-5 here as we begin the top of the 5th inning on the Florida Softball Network. Well, to the top of the 5th inning we go with about 10 minutes left in this 90-minute game.
Bluetooth connected.
And the Gators now up on the Pride by a score of 7-5. Continuing to work in the circle in relief for Sherman is now Fitzgerald, who comes back into the game now to continue support of the start of the game done by Sherman. And the first pitch delivered by Fitzgerald is there for strike 1. At bat for the Pride is Beers. 0 for 1 today. And there is a swinging strike 2. Tried to hold back on the check swing, but unable to do so. Goes down the count now 0-2. And that pitch grabs the outside with a nice frame by the catcher. And the Gators able to record their first out at the top of the 5th inning with the strikeout. Now coming up to bat is number 8, Black. She was the second pitcher used by the Pride here in this game. And the first pitch to Black misses high for ball 1. All right, Fitzgerald comes set. Delivery to Black is in there for a strike. And the count goes to 1-1. And that one gets fouled to the right side, hits the backstop, and the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 is in there for recorded strike 3. And the Gators able to record their second out with pitching by Avilo Fitzgerald half of the 4th. So the Pride obviously looking for an opportunity here to reciprocate, get themselves back into this game. And now at bat is Long, who taps it over towards first base, but it goes foul. And the count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Next delivery from Avilo misses high and outside. And the count goes to 1-1. So with time expired, we do have another game going to be coming immediately after. We're going to be switching fields. That ball misses low. And the count now 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Score 5-7 Gators. And that one gets hit hard over towards the right side in foul territory. And Luca grabs that and records the 3rd out. And that's going to end the game. So a stellar comeback by the Gators allowed them to defeat the Pride by a score of 5-7 here in seeding play. So far in this tournament, the Gators have been able to go 3-0 and 1 game left here. Coming to you shortly as we switch fields. We want to thank you very much for tuning in to the Florida Softball Network here on YouTube. If you haven't had an opportunity to subscribe, we invite you to do so now. If you enjoyed this game, give it a like. We'll be back to you shortly. Hey, thank you once again for supporting the channel. My name's Dave, coming to you from the turf in Viera, Florida. We'll be right back to you shortly. You're watching the Florida Softball Network.